Well, texting while driving is off limits, but reading while walking is not only okay, it's actually encouraged. Here to tell us about this interactive literacy project along the Emerald Trail is StoryWalk curator and literacy project manager at the Jacksonville Public Library, Claire Olson. Hey, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you for being here. We're also joined by Katie Ensign with Baptist Health. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning. It,
S- Say it. Did I
my,
say it wrong?
yeah, my last name is pronounced Ensign.
Ensign.
Thank you.
Filed away. All right. So Claire, start by telling us just what is StoryWalk?
So, StoryWalk is a wonderful way to increase literacy in your community, and it's literally just taking the pages of a picture book, mounting them on posts, and placing them on a community pathway or walkway in a playground or park so that there's no barrier to access for anyone, and the community is able to go out with their children, family members, and enjoy it and walk and read.
And this is not unique to Jacksonville, true?
This is not unique to Jacksonville. This started out of the Kellogg Hubbard Public Library in Vermont. This was a community health initiative in that area, and the woman who started it, Ann Ferguson, that was her goal, was to get families moving more outside, and she thought, what better way than to have something fun like a book to follow along? And so that's where the whole project kind of got its start, but it blossomed, and she had no idea that it would take off like it did, but it's all around the world now.
And truly, I mean, it's in places like Russia and Pakistan. There are projects
Absolutely.
all over the place.
Absolutely, yes, all over the 50 United States as well.
And this is not even the first project to here in Jacksonville.
No, we actually the Jacksonville Public Library has one at A. Philip Randolph Park in historic East Side, and it's a beautiful trail there and wonderful books, and the community is really enjoying it, and the East Side Library is promoting it and sending the kids over there, so it's a great spot as well.
And so Katie Baptist is the project partner with this. Explain, first of all, why Baptist is involved. I mean, Claire alluded to some health
hmm
benefits. Is that sort of the driver?
Yeah, absolutely. We made an investment in the Emerald Trail, the LaVilla link of the Emerald Trail, because health and well being for the community, whether or not you ever step inside the walls of Baptist Health, we are locally governed. We are the only local health system that is locally governed. And so all of our board members reside here, live here, have family here, as do our patients and team members. And so health and well-being is really important to us whether or not you ever come inside our walls. And so we also really we know that 80% of what impacts your health happens outside of the hospital. It has to do with moving, learning, those kinds of things, socioeconomics, and where you live, how you live. So we want to be part of that solution for people and make sure that everybody has access to well-being.
And so this is also a Groundworks Jacksonville
hmm
project, and they're obviously a big part of this Emerald Trail. And
Yes.
so this sort of runs alongside a stretch of the Emerald Trail. Tell us like where it is and how that section was chosen.
Yeah, it is. The LaVilla Link is right by the convention center, and it's about a 1.3 mile part of the Emerald Trail. It's the first part of the Emerald Trail to be open. And we chose that because one of the reasons that we chose it is because when the Emerald Trail was being developed by Groundwork Jacks, they went to neighborhoods all along the Emerald Trail and said, what do you want out of this trail? This is really about community health and well being. This is for you. And the community said, what we want is this LaVilla link. This will link us and our neighborhoods to downtown and to places that we don't really have easy access to. And we thought that really demonstrated that the community has spoken and we need to listen to them. And so we want to make sure that that link is not only accessible, but that it's activated and there are activities and things to do so that families can take advantage of that.
And Claire, this is not a 1.3 mile book read, though, right? This is just a shorter segment.
No,
It'll
no,
be a
no.
really long book.
Yeah, it would be a really long book. We'd be reading Dickens. No, this is a smaller section and goes just by the butterfly garden on the La Villa Link. So it's really strollable, easy access. And of course, because this is the gorgeous, Emerald Trail, it's stroller friendly and wheelchair friendly and accessible by bike and scooter and everything else. So
And for people who don't know the Butterfly Garden, this is on Johnson Street between Church
Church in Duval.
in Duval.
Yes. So it's right in that section. There's a nice duck pond right before it.
Yes.
So you've got lots of things to engage the children with and talk about as you
Nice
walk.
trees. It's a pretty little
Beautiful
spot.
trees.
So tell us about choosing the books. Like, how are the books selected? By whom? How long do they stay up?
We're keeping the books up about 3 months now, changing them out every 3 months, and you're looking at the person who chooses them.
Ah,
You kind of have to have somebody who's in charge of that. We are choosing books that we've used in library programs and that we know to be really good books, and just we want to have a variety. I'm really interested in showing kids that there are a lot of different kind of picture books. They're not just about nature or outdoors. They're about all kinds of things, and that reading is fun. And you know, one of the big things that I'm passionate about are the prompts at the bottom of the StoryWalk panels. And those help the caregiver or parent engage with the child about the story. So it says something like, can we count the butterflies on this page? Or can you spot the color red? And those are the kind of things that help engage children and really build those early literacy skills as they're going through picture books.
and so, I mean, illustrations are a big part of any child book, right?
Absolutely.
But I would guess even more so when you're talking about a visual display that you're trying
Yes.
to kind of have draw
Of
people in as
course.
they're walking by.
Right. So we definitely want to use books that have beautiful spreads, that have lovely illustrations. You don't want too many words on a page because it's really about, moving from panel to panel.
And this what we're showing right now on the screen is the book that is currently up. It's called Flower Garden by Eve Bunting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
And so, what about that book in particular
I,
prompted you to choose it?
I just love the illustrations in this book. Kathryn Hewitt did a beautiful job. The illustrations really pull you in. The faces are super engaging, and it's a beautiful story about a child who lives downtown. She lives in an apartment complex. Her family uses public transportation. She walks city streets, and so it really makes sense to have a story like this on the LaVilla link in our urban area, where children can see their world portrayed in the pages of the book.
It's a great project. I know that the other one is Round as a Tortilla. That's the one that A. Philip Randolph.
Yes,
Yeah.
currently Round as a Tortilla is over at A. Philip Randolph. It's a great little story, lots of shapes to spot in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a cool project. Katie Ensign, nice to have you here. Claire Olson, thanks for picking the books and coming on to tell us about it.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be